Sophie Cunningham is in the house on the set here at Diamondbacks Live, but apparently Mark Grace had to weasel his way into this appearance on the show. And there is a wonderful selfie taken just obviously moments before we came on the air for the pregame show. Sophie, you and Mark now are pals, right?
We've always been buddies, clearly.
I could tell. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
This is really cool. I have to personalize this if you don't mind. My gray hair gives it away, but I've been around here for a long time. Back in 1997, I was working on a rock station in town, and we decided to dive right in on the new basketball team in town. So Nancy Lieberman, Jennifer Gillum, Michelle Timms, and Cheryl Miller became mainstays on our show. They were our go-to gals, and we followed the Phoenix Mercury, and it was the most exciting thing that I remember being a part of. It was so new, so beautiful, so magical. So you being here tonight, for me, puts a 25-year bow on that story. So thank you for doing that.
Hey, my pleasure.
It
again.
means a lot. Basketball has the way of doing that, right? It connects.
Absolutely.
And I'm also thrilled that you're here right now, Sophie, because we are about a week or so removed from the anniversary of Title IX and the legislation that changed the world and the landscape of it. And I want to show a couple of pictures from the University of Missouri, because really, are you and I sitting here talking about you in the WNBA, if not for Title IX that allowed you to play major college basketball?
It's a huge big deal for us women, and I mean, it's fair. I mean, women can ball out.
Yes.
Women are dogs. Women can compete, and we get stuff done. So, I'm grateful, but at the end of the day, there's still things that need to be done.
Sure.
And so we're just trying to make it better for the next generation after us.
And you have a place. That's the thing that I love so much about what Title IX allowed you to do, a place in your home country to play at the highest level of the sport.
Absolutely, and at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about, showing young girls that they can do it. People who look like me, people from where I'm from in the Midwest, that, if they have big dreams, even though they're women, that they can do it and go ball out. So.
And basketball in its purest form, I think, is so much about the women's game. You don't have to play above the rim. And the cool thing is, and we're a proud partner of yours on Valley Sports Arizona, is that there is an audience. There's an audience for major college basketball on TV, and you can see the beauty and the majesty and the ball movement. That's the purest form of basketball, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, you might see me out there dunking every now and then, but for the most part, I like to stay behind the three-point line shooting those threes, but we are very fundamental. It's hard to compare us to the men, but it's just as beautiful.
It's hard not to, but I love the fact that people have fallen in love with it in that way. There's another part of this story, though, when you take a little bit of a deeper dive into you. You get to play with a woman you idolized as a kid. She's your teammate.
Yep.
Diana Taurasi, one of the best players ever.
Yep.
What is that like every single day? What do you learn from her?
She's gritty. She's hardworking. She's the GOAT of our game. And so just to kind of pick her brain apart and be a sponge, you couldn't ask for a better bet, honestly. You either get Sue Bird or Diana, and I got DT, and I'm proud of it.
And what has it been like for you now, a few years into this league, figuring out your role? Right now, obviously, you can play out of position.
Yeah.
You have been called affectionately the junkyard dog, and I know you like that. But where do you feel is your place right now in the WNBA?
I'm a shooter. I spread the court. I do the dirty work. I'm gritty. I like to kind of roughen up the other team a little bit. But, right now we're lacking post players. So today I found out I'm guarding a 6'6", 245-pound post player, and that's not my size. And so,
the elbows, the elbows are good. All right.
The elbows are good. So
you can sharpen them.
Yeah, so I'll be good on the offensive end. But, it's just all about adjustment and outworking your opponent.
Listen, there's something else that we need to talk to you about, because you just came from a rally across the street in support of your teammate, Brittney Griner. What was it like? What was the message, and what do you want to be spoken in terms of getting her back, setting her free immediately?
There's a lot of media platforms there, and it was huge. I think just letting people be aware and keep it on the front of people's minds that, she's still in prison in Russia. She is not home yet, and it's a huge big deal. She's an Olympian. She represents America, and the fact that she's still not home is wrong, and then they need to fix it.
How have you guys handled that internally as a group? You're a team. You walk together forever.
Yep.
One of your best players and best friends is not there. How are you dealing with it?
It's hard, and I'm super close to BG. She's one of my best friends. She's a great human. She does so much around the community here in Phoenix. But it's not even about basketball at this point. You just want her home safe. You want her to be in, her wife's arms, and we want to love on BG. But we're just trying to represent her. It's been a really hard year for us. It's been a roller coaster, and she's the glue of our team. So when you're always constantly worried about how she is, it's hard to always stay present.
Yeah, I can see it in your eyes, though.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a chance to do that today in 1,000 different levels and reasons. And you got to be the squeaky wheel, right?
Absolutely.
You have to. All right. Listen, good luck. The Liberty tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir.
Lost a couple in a row. You had
Yep.
won 3 in a row.
Yep.
But the elbows will be ready.
I know.
Okay, Sophie, I wish you the best of luck.